Oh boy, oh boy. Welcome back, y'all. Rock and Roll Garage. Rudy here. Today we're gonna be, well, over the course of days, because it's been cold lately, we're gonna try to get this interior, looking somewhat better, because she is smoked. I got our sun visors down already. Our seat is smoked. I have a seat. I've got door panels. I've got a whole new dash. So realistically, what I have to kind of start doing is, I'm going to start with the dash, because I think that's going to be the hardest part and most time consuming. I would also, let's head over to the driver's side and I'll show you what else I'd like to do. I'd also like to mess with these pins inside here. Someone's got these all junked up. They got this pin in upside down and no bushing down there on the bottom. And the top hole's all wallered out. So realistically, we're probably going to have to end up pulling this door off and messing with that hinge on there. I don't think I'm going to replace the hinge, but once we get to that point, we'll see what we're going to do. So realistically, I'm going to start off by getting in here and just start tearing stuff apart on the dash. That's all I'm really going to think I can really tell you guys. So let's get at it. The removal is probably going to be a little bit easier than the install because of how cracked up this already is. Like, I mean, look at that. I may try to salvage as much as I can through here, but realistically, this stuff's just so brittle. And the dash that I got, literally, you'll see when I bring it, literally has everything like connected to it, like radio, gauge cluster. I'll probably swap out the gauge cluster so I still have the correct mileage on there, but like literally everything. So we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna pull all this crap off. Baby steps. Jeez. I mean, that's an air vent. Look at that. Well, all right, y'all. She's pretty loosey-goosey in there, so I got to try to figure out where I'm gonna, or which way I'm gonna bring this thing out. I may realistically push the truck out just to be able to freely pull it out, so I don't have to worry about hitting a Firebird or anything like that. I think that's what we're gonna do. Let me get better angle too at it. Well, y'all, I just realized I don't have the keys for this thing, so I can't push it out because it's in park. I'm not climbing under there to unhook the gear selector thing. So, and I wouldn't be able to turn the steering wheel either. So, I think we're going to try to slide it out here because they got all the room, more room. And realistically, if we break it and crack it, whatever. So I think let's do that. Oh boy, come on, baby. You big girl. Oh yeah, something like that, maybe. Sucks. This really, really sucks. This is all jammed up in the wrong way. Should unplug that stuff, huh? Guess I would. But hey, we're here now. Oh boy, what's that? Antenna? The antenna? Why? Alright, thank God. Antenna got all caught up. Alright, okay, come on. There we go, we're doing something here. Oh boy. Gotta get all this. I don't know. Oh boy. This is nuts. Oh, this stuff's all tangled up in here. Come on, baby, don't break nothing. Well, the other dash has it on there, so. Oh, God. Oh, God. Not how I anticipated it, but she's out of there. Now, what do I do? I'm gonna get off the steering wheel. I kind of like that steering wheel, so I don't want to mess it up. I got my leg down here. Well, y'all, I am kind of stuck. I gotta get out of here. Whew. Jesus criminy. Ooh. 90s plastic. Oh boy. Now I gotta try to drag that thing out of here. Yeah. Whew. Dang, brother. Son of a biscuit. But hey, she's the heck out of there. Jeez, oh man. What a pain. Wasn't too terrible, but I'm actually pretty surprised that I got that out today. So I can come back over here and slap the other one in here, clean up some stuff, all this other extra stuff up here, broken dash and everything. So everything looks good underneath the window. No like broken pieces, rust, or anything like that. So that's good. But yeah, soon enough. Oh boy, I was getting freaking trampled by that thing on the seat. Calling it quits for the day. I'll see you soon. Today I'm gonna try to get more of this interior stuff out of here. This back wall panel, these B-pillars, maybe the seat, get it out of our way. And I can't wait to get this carpet out of here, so we shall see. I'm probably just gonna start knocking this out. I don't think I need to do a time lapse or anything like that. I mean, it's just boring interior pieces coming apart. So I think I'm gonna do that. And yeah, I'll catch you. I'll bring you in and every now and then, but I'll catch you probably when I'm done. So see you soon. Man, check this out. I just literally found this underneath the seat, and it's a receipt from Sam's Club in 1940 Mountain Industrial, Tucker, Georgia, for the date of 09/17/23. So this thing was literally just on the road not too long ago. So someone was still driving this thing. Man, that's why it's got so many miles. And I mean, they were just, whew. The truck's solid, it's just the interiors, whew, shot. But that's cool. Now we got some verification on how long ago this thing was on the road. So it hasn't been long. Shoo-wee, y'all. Oh, look at it. We actually got some clean freaking carpet in this thing. See, it wasn't that bad. Kind of just drug it out there. But now we got access to everything else. We get our B-pillars out, our seat belts, door panels. This thing is going to be totally stripped because I'll show you what we got for this thing when we get everything out of here. Oh, yeah, that's kind of the moment I've been waiting for. Get this freaking nasty carpet out of here, man. Oh, God. I like to fold all this junk into one thing. That harness will move. This stuff's gross. This carpet is just wrecked, man. Now can we slide it out? No, come on. Can I slide it out of here? Still stuck on the ground. Not stuck on these bolts. That one is at least. There. Might get a little junk on the floor, but we can contain some of this. These pedals still holding us up here? Wow, look at that floor, man. Jesus. Man, look at that floor, y'all. A little dirty over here, you know, where there's a lot of traffic. Dang. Very minimal cleaning we're gonna have to do, which is awesome. Oh my God, I wish the whole truck looked like this. So this must have been like a dark gray truck or something. Man, does she look good. Wish the whole truck looked like this. Whew. God dang. Wouldn't know how to handle myself. But man, she looks good. But yeah, very minimal cleaning we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to give it a good vacuum. Just a little bit, and dang. About 50 degrees, end of February. We have had a rough winter. But we are back here on the OBS, getting some interior in. Well, not really interior. We got everything out of here. I think you guys may have seen that, but starting to lay some kill mat down in here. I went with the kill mat because it was cheaper and it seems to be pretty solid. Bought some rollers, So I got the center all done. I'm gonna come this way and then go that way. Try to get this all done today. We'll see what happens, and honestly see if I have enough. I bought a box of 36 square feet. This should fill in here, but it depends on how you overlap and stuff like that. So we may need one more box. 77 bucks for 36 square feet. It's not too bad. Let's round it up, say 80, 82 bucks. Which isn't bad for what it is. Self-adhering, you know, you roll it on there. You don't have to put any spray down or anything like that. So it's pretty nice. And you can already kind of tell it's going to get rid of that tinginess. Which this thing was pretty quiet as it was before when I drove it, with all the broken dash and everything in it. So thankfully, we will look like we got some break in the weather in the next maybe week or 2 weeks, thankfully. At least a few days out of that. So should be able to get over here and get some decent amount of stuff done. So I'll pop you guys back once I get this whole floor done. All right, y'all. All sound edited. Is that a word? I don't know. Whatever. But this didn't take too long. About 2.5 hours with doing the center part yesterday and then cleaning the floor and getting everything else in. So when this floor was kind of grody, I had to get down on this channel. It was all grummy, but pretty good. You can literally hear the difference in this stuff. You go on this back wall, kind of tinny. Go to here, nice and solid like a rock.
I want something to see, like a rock.
The trucks you can depend on, the trucks that last.
Like a rock.
Chevy trucks.
So definitely worth it for the price and the time, I would say. I may need one more box. I don't know. I have a pretty good amount left over. So I may do like one row along the bottom or up to here or something like that. Because I'd like to put some inside the door too. Just maybe help with keeping the rattles down. I'm not going to go full blown and go all the way around and stuff. It's just not going to happen. So, pretty good. I'm happy about that. I don't know what we're going to do next. If we're going to either put the dash in first and or the carpet. I feel like I'd like to do the carpet first, which kind of sucks because I'm either going to have to cover with something or then take my shoes off every time I get in here to put the dash in. But I'd like to spray some adhesive down for this carpet and lay it in there good, because I didn't do that with my Camaro when I put carpet in it, and it still doesn't fit right. But it's not coming back out unless I do something like this. I have planned to do a little sound deadening in that car to help make it more comfortable, so we'll see about that. So I'll probably see you guys when we're either doing the dash and or the carpet. I don't know, but I'll see you then. Well, y'all, it's freaking time. Time to get this dash stabbed up on in here. Cleaned her all up. We got a beautiful day today, but I've been sick this whole week. Finally getting better, which is good. I'm gonna try to stab this thing in here. I may take off this CM box thing just to get a little bit of weight off of it, the radio controller or whatever, because I'm pretty sure I could slide that up in there. Just to, like I said, get some weight off of there. So we're gonna slap this thing in and hopefully it goes smooth. All right, y'all, she's all up in there. Had some like little tangles with the wires and everything, but I got them all plugged in. Unfortunately, I found this. These wires were all like they got laid on one of the metal brackets and pinched. I'll fix them, I'll cut them and solder them and heat shrink them and stuff like that, but just a couple strands. But for now, for testing and stuff like that, they'll be fine. At least they're in an open spot and I can fix them. We got one other wire that I gotta fix up in there too, a little tiny wire, but man, this dash looks great in here. So it's a little dried out. We gotta get some more of that vinyl stuff on here to kind of open it up, but we got a lot more to do anyway. But I got everything plugged in, so I'm gonna see if it starts. Let's try it. Not letting out the smoke, is it? I don't see nothing. Beeper works. Well, that's success. As long as nothing catches on fire. Port still works. That's a big win, y'all. So, slowly but surely, we're getting this thing together. Like to dynamite the back wall here, actually. I may do that today, just because I have some time. And probably why I do that, let this chill with the actual key on or battery power on, just to make sure there's no gremlins. This did come out of a running driving truck, so unfortunately just got to fix those wires, and dash install is hard parts done, I would say. Got to figure out where these wires go and stuff like that. It's been a while since we did stuff, so oh man, I'm so glad to be feeling better. I get back out here, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Oh man, been a little bit of time here, guys, but we got some progress, a lot of progress. I got the truck in a pretty good spot to get her back to my house, since it's nice out now, and even if it rains, no big deal. Just wanted to get her ready to be able to be driven and stuff like that. So realistically, kind of what we're working on now is just getting the rest of the interior back together. I ended up finding these seats and the center console you'll see in a minute. These seats I got out of a Suburban? Yeah, a Suburban. So they're not really 454 SS seats, but they're in pretty good shape. The 454 SSs have like a different head pattern on here, but hey, for what I paid for them, I paid for the center console's in great shape, and seats I paid $250. To me, that's a deal, especially for what these OBS parts go for. I got the dash in, mounted all up, everything's working as far as I know. We even have the radio working with the tape player. I can't wait to show you that. And realistically, what we have to do left is kind of put a little bit more kill mat on this back wall here, maybe a little bit on the roof, just to get that tinniness out of it. Today, I am going to get the center console in here and line it up on the ground to see where it needs to mount or where I want it. We got these bolted in, not like permanently, because we got to take it back out to get the carpet in. We also got our passenger window working up and down, which is a big win. We also got our power locks working. Because those didn't work before, so that's a big, huge step. We ended up just having some bad switches. I was going into all this wiring and stuff like that and thinking, we got a problem. Nope, just bad switches. That's a lot of stuff in this truck was just bad, so giving her the revamp, you know. So I'm gonna get this center console in here, line her up somewhere, and see where she needs to go. Let's try it. This thing's still dirty because I haven't cleaned it, but that's all right. We're gonna get her up on in here. I don't know how far back it's supposed to go, so we're gonna kind of eyeball her. I would think that would almost be, there's a little hill right here, it looks like, in the center. I would think it would go there, you know. I would say wherever this doesn't hit, because it gets thin back here. Maybe.
Who do you want to message?
Why is Siri always doing that? Like, I don't think it goes like all the way up here, you know. That, to me, that one makes sense. Maybe I can do some Googling and figure it out. So y'all, I did some Googling, and this thing's from an extended cab. Suburban, I guess you'd say. The floors are different than the single cabs. If you're a GM truck guy, you know that. Looked some stuff up, and this guy was on here, and he said that he did cut about 1.25 inches off the back and fab the bracket to have this fit. So probably what we're gonna have to do, figure something out here. We'll have to cut along this top piece here, 1.25 inches off of the back, and then I guess make it the same way all the way. And then the actual console will sit flat. I don't know if before you've seen it was kind of sitting at an angle. So we'll line that up and figure out how the heck we're going to cut this thing. Well, y'all, look some stuff up. Ended up having to cut this thing down some. We still got a lot to go. I had to go buy a freaking Dremel because I had one in the garage that was 35 years old. Not really that old. I'm not 35, but it was old. It was corroded. Wouldn't work. I tried cleaning it. Waste of time. So I just bought one for 45 bucks. So, because I didn't want to use a big, you know, cutting wheel on this thing, and then, you know, shake this thing too hard and then it cracks the plastic all the way up it or something like that. I found this on a forum, what you're supposed to do. So it's like 1.25 inches up, you know, from the bottom. And They wanted you to cut this lip off the front, but I kind of want to keep it. Hopefully, we'll see if if this interferes or not. But I kind of want to keep this if it blocks the screw hole, like on the carpet and stuff. So we'll see. But I'm gonna finish cutting this thing, and then we'll pop her in the truck and see what the heck it looks like. Well, y'all, we got her plopped in there. She's a lot more straight now, for sure. She was really angled down before. So I think I'm gonna have to figure out a bracket for the back, but I'm gonna run some self-tappers down in through here, because realistically that's probably all it needs to hold it down. We don't need anything crazy like a nut and a bolt, I wouldn't think. I have this one. I'm gonna try to use this, hopefully find another, and I'm gonna see how well it stays down. I'm sure it doesn't stay down good, so we're gonna have to try to figure out how to make some type of L bracket and stuff like that. So I'll probably bring you back once I get all that figured out and see if I got it mounted good or not. All right, y'all, we got a lot going on in here. Big old mess, but that's for a different day. We got this guy mounted in here pretty good with some self-tappers in the front. I'm gonna have to figure out a bracket for the back here, but I got a lot of our panels in. I got this thing all vinyl-exed or whatever you want to call it, some sauce on there to kind of make it shine a little bit. I got to get down on these fins and everything, but I got a lot of our lower trim pieces. I do need a fuse block cover. I think I have one for that's in gray, and I could probably paint it, but the problem is the paint that I have, like these dashes and all your other stuff, was like this like lighter maroon, and like the dash and everything, like if you go look up pictures, was like a dark maroon. I don't know why they did that, maybe just to offset the color a bit, but that's how it was, and so that's the way we're gonna keep it. But I have a piece that I think's really gonna set this dash off, so let me go grab it. Check this guy out. Whew, freaking glove box door, man. Ugh, I found this for like 55, 60 bucks, which honestly isn't bad for, I don't think they remake these anymore. So I don't even know how this thing goes in. I'm gonna guess, oh, we'll probably have to take this out. Let's take this guy out, because I don't want to break anything. Slide this guy in over here, and then we slide that like this, and then pop him in place, I'm guessing. Yeah, looks like it. Man, should have been a tech, like a GM back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, right. So, and then these go up here. They're your limiter straps. I don't know how these go. I'm gonna guess that these come out or something. All right, let's close her up. Oh, of course it doesn't work. Maybe that thing is beat up. Just gotta give her the slam. That's scary. Watch, we're gonna kind of hit this guy with some juice here. Give this guy the juice to try to blend in a bit here. This is just like Meguiar's Natural Shine Protectant. It's got like Scotch Guard in it. I've heard that the stuff by Vinyl-X or whatever works pretty good. This is what we had at the local auto parts store, so that's what I'm using. Man, oh yeah, I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Man, y'all, so this looks great. I'm already happy with this. Nothing's perfect in here, but I'm telling you, if you go look at old pictures, these dashes and stuff they were mismatched. I think, like I said, they did it to offset the color. Like when you get the door panels on, it all flow pretty good. So we got some more stuff we gotta do. I gotta make that bracket for the center console, so I can have the holes drilled, so when I put the carpet in, I can put the holes in the carpet. And for some reason the radio just stopped working again, so that's great. But realistically, I'm gonna have to put an aftermarket one in here. I'm not gonna be able to just ride around listening to tapes all the time and stuff like that, because you know, I want frickin' Creed in this thing. I want some frickin' Alan Jackson, Randy Travis. That's what we're playing in here. That's the vibe. So I can't go get all those tapes and do all that. just cost honestly, buying all those tapes now may cost as much as just putting a little single din in here. Want a little Bluetooth action. It's gonna suck. We're gonna get rid of that tape player thing because it looks so cool. But hey, we'll do something like a type of red or something like that to flow with it, I guess. Whatever. It is what it is. We'll keep that just in case, but or we could hide it somewhere, but I don't feel like doing that. Pumped about this glove box though. Ooh, man, it's got the cup holders too. Put your Busch Lattes in there, or freaking Coors Light or something. So I'll see you guys probably when we're putting door panels on or something. Something else, who knows. Yep. There you go, installed. Well, y'all, finally, I guess, we're just gonna do it. At this point, I am ready to get this carpet in because it is holding me up from getting all my panels in and everything else. So, and I want to drive this thing soon. So, let's get this carpet in. We're gonna have to maybe just line it up today, cut a couple holes, and see what the heck happens. Shouldn't be too bad. Who knows how this thing's cut, really? I don't know. Folder here, though. Watch it be for like an extended cab. That'd be so funny. Oh yeah. Thought this was brighter, so I was kind of nervous. I'm kind of liking this. Oh yeah, she's looking good. We'll get her tucked back in here. Well, guys, I'll see you when I get this in a decent area. All right, y'all. Well, got you kind of up on the door here. I got some 45-pound weights holding that down over there. So I'm pretty happy with where it is. So we're just gonna go for it, and I'm gonna stop nitpicking here and just get it the heck in here because there's not much more I can really do here. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be pretty good. So I got some spray adhesive. I'm just gonna put this on the actual like there's like insulation matting underneath this. I'm just realistically gonna put it on that because I don't think this will stick, like this hard matting backing stuff. So I'm really just gonna put it on the insulation stuff on this thing and let it ride. Gross. Oh, wow. Well, y'all, finally, this thing is not really, it's kind of roadworthy. I got these new tires on with the 454 SS wheels. Great, finally saved the money to be able to do that. We polished the whole side of it. I got all this paint off of the front of the truck. I'm gonna pop a little picture down here in the little corner and see what it looked like before from the side. It doesn't look the best. We got some wax left over and stuff like that, but man, the outside of this thing turned out great. And the best part, freaking interior. Come check this out. I think I was bringing you through a little bit of this and stuff like that. I got to a point, I figured I'd just show you the end result. Man, check that out. Door panel's all clean, dash is all clean. I painted a bunch of interior parts. Here, let me see that. Take you on in here. Door panels are pretty fresh. They're a little beat up here and there, little cigarette burns. The seats, the center console, I'm still missing the back carpet and the back wall plastic, but we got the upper trim. I did spray this headliner. It's a little saggy, but you know, I saved myself probably 150 some bucks or $200 for a new one. But man, oh yeah, dude, that looks so good. Very good. Now, this dash is a little bit of a different color, but a lot of pictures you can see which part I painted and stuff like that. But whatever, from back here, it looks pretty good. So realistically, did a lot of work to this in the past few months, really. Brand new rear brakes, brand new front brakes. That was last year though. The whole interior gutted and redone. Still got to do a couple small things, but that can be as we go, really. But man, look at this thing. Just, I don't know if you guys remember what it looked like before, but this thing is shaping up. Still need to clean it up in some spots like that, but the roof, there's nothing I can really do about that. Pretty much what I ended up figuring out, if you come over here to the hood, what I ended up figuring out is that this thing was probably just sun-baked from the Georgia heat, and it just went, you know, wore through the paint in some spots and stuff like that, so they just spray bombed it, which maybe to cover up the bare metal pieces, but honestly, I think they did more harm than good, really. And I'm no body, you know, man, or so what I did here to get this off, I wet sanded it and all that kind of stuff. It's not really the best way to do it, but that's the only way I can do it to like kind of get it looking a little bit better. It looks way better than it did. We could do a couple other things to make it look even better, you know, get some better mirrors. And realistically, in the future, we're gonna end up wrapping this thing anyway, so, or a paint job, but I don't know if I'll ever have the money for a paint job, really. And or if I want to wait for someone to paint it. But man, really pumped with how this thing's turning out. Now I just gotta kind of get it running a little bit better because it kind of falls on its face, but it's also been sitting and not driven at all. So, man, I hope you guys enjoyed that because I surely the heck did. Love the interior. I can't wait to hopefully get this thing running good and driving. I'm just gonna keep driving. I don't care if it runs bad. It still starts up, so whatever. We'll get to where we need to go. It's a Chevy. You ain't gonna die. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Take it easy. Leave a like, leave a comment. Thanks. Which side looks the best?